Hey everybody, it's Cindy at Blue Star Antiques, and tonight I'm down at my booth because I'm going to gel stain the top of a desk. And you guys have been messaging me asking me to show you do a video on applying the gel stain. So I thought that's what we would do tonight. I'm going to roll it on this desk. So let me see if I can show you this desk first. All right, so it's a big, what do they call them, an executive desk. It's really big, and I don't know if you can tell. There you go. It actually has leaves on the, these drop-down leaves on the end of the desk. It's really kind of a cool desk. It's really big. But, if you'll notice, well, my phone doesn't like that, but let's see. I've got scratches. And it's nicks and it's beat up, so we're hoping that the gel stain is going to cover all that, so we're going to find out. So let me get the camera set back up. I want to see if I can get this where you can see. All right, so tonight I'm going to use the Fusion double espresso gel stain. It's dark brown, and did it on the big dining room table that I think you guys saw last week. That set has already sold. It's gone. So I think it'll be a hit on this piece as well. So the first thing I'm gonna do is open it up and stir it really well. So let me see. Maybe that will work. So, you know, all of the pigment and everything has settled in the bottom. So I'm just going to stir this really, really well to make sure I get everything distributed. And so you can tell this is not as thick as other gel stains that are on the market because it really is a different product. Other gel stains on the market, after you apply, you still have to apply a top coat. This, like Fusion does, has the top coat built in. So you can apply the gel stain and be done, which is great. So let's see if I can get this stirred really well. And I don't feel any gloppy stuff at the bottom. So I think we are good to go here. So okay. I am going to be rolling it on. So I'm going to use one of our microfiber rollers. These are fantastic, not only for rolling paint, but for rolling the gel stain. And when Jenny Lynn suggested that I roll it, when I asked about how do I do this huge table, she said, roll it on. I was skeptical, but having done it now, I'm telling you, this is the way to go. So, brand new microfiber roller, and I take a piece of tape, you know, that you tape up a box, packing tape, and I just run my roller over it. Probably not a good idea to have my gloves on. It wants to stick to my gloves. But I run my roller over the tape, and it just takes off any loose snappies, you know, the little fuzzy white things, because the gel stain is sticky and you don't want white fuzz stuck in your stain. So that's good to go. And I am going to just use a paper plate and pour some gel stain onto here. There we go. Okay. And then, so I'm going to roll it. I'm going to roll, and then I'm going to do a technique called a knockdown technique, or a lay off. Some people call it knockdown, some people call it lay off. But I'm using the fabulous Ultimate One flat brush. This is like, I could almost probably put my makeup on with this brush. It is so super soft. They're fantastic. The Ultimate Ones, they're expensive, I'm gonna be honest, but they are the best thing, and they are my go-to brushes now. So I'm gonna use this for my knockdown because it is super soft. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna load up my roller. Let me get it over here for you to see. And one of the big tricks is you've got to get it evenly distributed on your roller, which sometimes at the beginning can be kind of tricky. There we go. Okay, so I've got it all over my roller. All right, and then let me see if I can get this closer for you to see. All right, I'm gonna roll it on, and it rolls on kind of like, I don't know, chocolate pudding or something. And I'm gonna go all the way down here to the end. So you can't see me probably because I've got it zoomed in pretty close. Okay, and I'm gonna do, typically when I'm doing paint, when I'm rolling on paint, I will roll a strip and then lay off that strip, but because the paint dries fast. This has a longer open time because it's oil based, so I will roll the entire top before I come back and knock down. So and right now I can see texture and, you know, all the stuff you don't want to see when you roll. But I will fix all that when I come back and knock it down. So okay, and let's see, Glynis, I have that brush and it's awesome for laying off. Would I not potentially wreck it using it with a gel stain? I was worried about that, but it cleaned up beautifully. I've already used it once on my table, and you clean it with mineral spirits and it cleaned up beautifully. So no issues, just clean it well, and you know, don't let the stain dry on there. Get to it as soon as you finish your job, but it cleaned up really well. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lay off because I've done half the table now. So let's see if you can see this. I'm just laying it on, and I am dragging it across. There is no pressure, and I'm just going slow, and I'm just dragging it across. I'm not painting with it. So I just drag gently across. And the great thing is that it self-levels. So as it dries, it's going to self-level. And I've knocked down, you know, the majority of the texture. And then any brush strokes that might happen because of the brush will level out. I probably will not do a second coat because with the double espresso, it's dark and gorgeous with one coat, and if you put a second coat on, it's almost opaque. And I want to see grain showing through. So I will probably just do one coat of this and then probably a coat of patina to just add some extra protection since it's a desk. Anyway, basic technique, I wanted you to see it. Don't need to wipe the excess off the paintbrush. No, because there's really, I mean, you know, I've wiped over this, a bunch of times. I'm almost done. And I will clean it when I'm completely finished, but I don't need to wipe it off in between each pass, no. And y'all have a great evening. Bye.